beyond crazy. There were mortars landing. At one point, we were speaking to these Chechens and they were saying, no, you can't go further forward because it's too dangerous. And right when they said that, a mortar landed across the street, maybe 30 meters away, and three people just boom. I don't know if they survived or not, but yeah, we just saw three soldiers dead from a mortar, literally 20 meters away or across the street. It was,
Right.
it defies logic. It's not, I don't justify this shit that we were doing. It's
So just so our followers know, can you do a quick intro about yourself? Obviously like your name, what you were doing in Ukraine, just so we
yeah,
know, like what, who you are.
fair enough. My name is Maximilian Clark. I was my journey towards photography started back in 2010. I was working with a charity in Afghanistan. I lived there for a year, and then I met a lot of reporters, and I kind of got interested in that slightly adventurous side of things. And then back when the Maidan revolutions, the start of this whole war was in the Maidan 2014. And I went out there to photograph the protests in Ukraine, and people were saying, but yeah, the reaction to the Maidan protest was the referendum in Donetsk. But people in Kiev were saying, if you go east, those Russian psychopaths, they'll take you as a slave, they'll shoot you. And I'm not sure if I believed it. So I took a train from Kiev to Donetsk, and because I wanted to see the other side. And then straight away, I just kind of felt a connection to Donetsk. And this is back in 2014. I like the people there. They're sort of strong and interesting, slightly crazy, hard drinkers, adventurous, free. And I kind of loved Donbas. So then I ended up staying about 6 months in Donetsk. And that's when the war just erupted around me. There was constant shelling from Ukrainian positions. There was frontline combat. There were mortars landing all over the city. But I don't know, I just found it fascinating. And so I stayed. And then the next year, after 6 months, I went back to London. And then in 2015, I came back. That was for the Battle of Donbas, which was one of the biggest battles of the conflict thus far. And that was my first real taste of frontline combat. And it was dangerously addictive. And then Patrick got married